Okay, welcome back to Tom's Brewery, and today we're at the hopping stage. Now these are the hops, they're called dry hops, and I buy these for Gumtree. I'll put a link somewhere each. Now they go at the back end of the fermenting stage, and there's about 100 grams here. Now you approximately put, I don't know in weight, I'm going to put like a handful like that. And what I do, I put them in a bottle so that they go right to the bottom of the fermentation. If you just throw them in the fermentation tub on top of the beer, they'll float there. So your flavour won't go all the way down to the bottom of the fermentation. This way they'll sink to the bottom, and they also break up. So as you're siphoning, that gives you problems with your siphon fouling up because they're floating about in the beer. They're not, you know, I've done it that way. I've made it so that they have been in the fermentation and then they're in the conditioning, and you don't notice it, but the filters on your beer thing, they collect on it. They have to clean them out. So it's better if you don't have them breaking up. So if you keep them in the bottle, and then we put in the bottle in this fine mesh bag, so that will sink that to the bottom, and then it's easy to get out because that bit will float, so it's easy to get out. Put them in as well, and this gives the beer flavour. Now these dry hops, they come in that many flavours that it's unnameable. You start off with A, and there's all sorts of in there, then B, C, D. There's just so many. So I've started at the very first one. I think they call it Arcadia. Was my first lot, and then I started the next one, 2 and 3, 4. I think this one was just another one that I did, was called Cascade. So we're going to put them in the barrel now. And it's the same at all times. I've had to use sanitizer on this bag and on the bottle and on my hands, because at each stage sanitation is paramount. So I'm going to drop that in there now. And it's had an instant reaction. So that's it. Now we leave that in there for another 2 to 3 days. When this stops bubbling, it stopped bubbling now because I broke the seal. Now that I've built the seal up again and it start reacting again, it'll start bubbling, and after 2 or 3 days it stops bubbling, and then we go on to the next stage of kegging. Well, it's either kegging or bottling. In my condition, my preference is kegging. But some people do bottle. But that's another time. So we'll come to that in 2 or 3 days. See you all again then.